Hello team, today's challenge is number sort, where we're given a string of numbers, possibly from like a CSV file or something like that, where they're feeding in individual lines, and we need to split it apart on those commas, right? That's the C in CSV. So split it apart, and then when we split it apart, these will still be strings, so we need to convert them to numbers, and then finally we need to sort them, right? And that's kind of the steps that we're going to take on this one. So jumping over here, we're going to set up an array, const array, just like this. And it's going to be that string, at which point we are going to split. What are we splitting on? Well, it's going to be the string, comma. Could we use a regular expression in here? Yeah, it does get a little bit slow though. I'll show what that looks like in a few seconds. Not so slow that you would notice, but if you're doing performance testing, you will notice, you will be able to see how slow it goes, okay? The next step is to map. So we map those elements just like this, sending through as a number. Could we use number parse int here? Absolutely, right? Whatever you like, whatever you want, okay? And then of course, finally we sort. That's going to be the A and B, at which point we just go A minus B and return that array. Array. Done, right? Pretty easy. There is one thing here, this line, I feel like this, once we get to the numbers, we could already have a sorting function for arrays of numbers. So let's go and do that. We've already used sorted numbers here, so we need to make a name up. Let's go function sort array, right? Again, if I was doing this professionally, I would probably change this name to be up here and then change this to something else, like sort numbers from string or something, right? But we have this array and it will take our numbers and then we return those numbers just like this and sort, okay? We're already getting it in there, which means that down here, we take this array, we take it out, we go sort array, passing in that array, and everything still works, okay? But a little bit cleaner, right? Because there's a good chance, again, we might be sorting arrays of numbers, and we are also sorting this, this string. So we normalize the data in here, and then we just use our standard sorting function, okay? In terms of speed, they all kind of work, but the first two are what we did today, right? So we split, we mapped, we sorted, then down here I broke that out into a function, and both those are pretty fast. Today the split or the extra function wins. I think that's just where my computer was at the time. If I reran it, it would probably be different. Let's try. Going really fast. It is, yeah, see, it changes. So it depends on what's happening with my computer. Right now I'm recording, so it's a little bit more processing, which means that this one's slightly slower, but again, not so much that you notice, okay? And then I tried it with a regular expression because I like regular expressions, right? If I needed to update this to be a comma followed by any sort of white string, right? I could go in here and do that. In here, I wouldn't have that option. I could only do like a space, or it won't let me do a tab character. It's going to tab over here. But with this one, I would have better options, right? Not white space. It's the S. That's weird, right? And any sort of white space. So I feel like the regular expression is more flexible, even though technically it's more slow. Then I tried it with a match, right? The match is kind of the opposite. So whereas we were matching by comma up here for the split, we're matching by the actual number here, right? Which returns an array of matches. We still need to convert them to numbers. And then of course, finally, I tried it with a generator, which is terribly, terribly slow at least in Chrome, right? It's kind of a shame. If you were using Bun is highly optimized for generators. So something to keep in mind. But inside of Chrome, generators seem to be very, very slow, right? So a bunch of options. The ones that we tried today are the fastest by over 1 million ops per second, which is super, okay? Bring it home. We basically set up a pipeline, right? That's what this is. We split it, we normalize the data to numbers, and then we sent it through our sort function. And whether that sort function is down here as part of the pipeline or its own function, your choice, right? The speed is at that stage is not a huge difference. So there it is, right? Again, not every solution, just hopefully one good solution. If you think so, if you don't think so, right? If you went a different way, let me know all that good stuff in the comments. Otherwise, today this has been Number Sort, and I will see you in the next one.